you know what I decided? I decided to go live because I'm very upset because people are getting really out of control with this white privilege stuff.
I agree. This white privilege stuff is out of control. Just not in the way she means here. I'm just guessing.
I'm at the grocery store and I'm in the aisle that says 10 items or less. Yes, I have 15 items, but I'm 9 months pregnant and I can't stand up for long.
So she admits she was in the express lane at the grocery store requiring 10 items or less with 15 items. Yes, it's a petty issue, but keep this in mind that she's admitted to knowingly violating this store policy, this Georgia state representative, when she tries to go forward and spin this minor dispute into something to go viral.
And this white man comes up to me and says, "You lazy son of a bitch." He says, "You lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from."
Go back where you came from? I sense the hidden hand of the bad orange man at work here. President Trump's magical rhetoric has inspired yet another of his fiendish supporters to make the life of this heroic woman of color difficult. This paragon of virtue has been oppressed.
And he says that. I said, "Sir, you don't even know me. I'm not lazy. I'm 9 months pregnant." He says, "You're ignorant. You're ignorant." And I'm not ignorant. And it hurt me so bad. I'm sorry, y'all, because everything in me wanted to just tell him who I am and how I don't. But I couldn't get anything out. I could just tell him, "Please leave me alone, please." And my child is just sitting right there. He said, "Mama, why would he call you that? Why would he do that?" I can't even explain to her why he has so much hate in his heart.
Mama, how could somebody have so much hate in their heart? Hello everyone, welcome to NeoUnrealist. That's it, I'm outraged. I am incensed. Trump and his supporters have gone too far this time. Here and no further. Let's find this Philistine, this Neanderthal, who would tell this poor, helpless woman of color to go back where she came from. Surely this monstrous exploiter of white privilege must be found and dealt with. Aha! Here is his Facebook account. I can just guess that it'll be filled with dozens of images of him in a MAGA hat, probably smirking like those Covington High School kids with that Native American man in Washington. I mean, he's fawning at sycophantic praise for President Trump. I could just imagine it already. I mean, you know how these people are. He probably even says things like, "This is MAGA country." Oh, wait, this has to be a mistake. Eric Sparks, July 14th, 2:51 p.m. Trump needs to go back to Germany and... Wait a minute. What am I reading here? The four progressives included Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts, Rashida Tlaib of Michigan, and Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. The women were all born in the except for... Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute here. This guy was bashing Trump 7 days ago and white knighting for the squad? I mean, that's impossible. His account must have been hacked. Let me see some of his other posts. For the Trumpers I grew up with, this is the hidden and outright vocal... What is he saying? His grandmother did not speak English, only Spanish, so his anger comes out? Wait a minute. Are you telling me that Mr. Sparks is a Hispanic white? That's impossible. All right, let me see another one. Trump, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. This is from EEOC rule. Is this Trump supporter writing to him about violating EEOC rules? Oh, come on. Enough with the bull, people. It's obvious that rather than some MAGA hat wearing, "This is Trump country" declaring Yahoo, this Eric Sparks guy is actually a Cuban Democrat with Trump derangement syndrome. And on top of that, the man came forward and confronted the state representative Thomas to her face in the parking lot of the Publix where this incident occurred, when she held a press conference and tried to, benefit from this whole thing.
And calls you a son of an. I am facing the man that degraded me and berated me, and I'm not crying. No, I'm not. I'm standing right in front of you. And if you know how you made me feel yesterday, if you know how you made my daughter feel,
back off before I call the police.
Call the police right now, because they are looking for you.
I already talked to them.
It's okay. I am so happy that you're here. And I'm happy that everybody needs to see this man that did this to me. And he thinks that he gets a 5 minutes of fame. You think that you're going to come up when you see police, when you see SB 46, you think you're going to come up here and get a spotlight? No, you're not. The only spot that you're going to get is everybody needs to see the man that did this to a woman that's 9 months pregnant.
Are you a state legislator?
Thank you. Nobody is here for you.
Are you a state legislator?
Does anyone think that this woman, who is both taller and who knows, possibly even outweighs this man, and seems to have no problem getting loud with him and in his face, is some wilting, helpless flower, the helpless before the onslaught of this, remember now, this hardcore Cuban Democrat with Trump derangement syndrome, who spent his week white knighting for AOC Ilhan Omar and the squad, and bashing Trump every other post on his social media. I mean, this is Jussie Smollett 2.0. The minute that this Sparks guy told her that there is surveillance video of their altercation, now all of a sudden, she walks back her story. Now all of a sudden, he didn't tell her to go back where she came from. He was telling her to get back because, like she did right there on camera in front of the news reporter, she walked up to him and got in his face. The same thing that Sparks claims that she did in the altercation in the checkout line the day before, and that he claims surveillance video will corroborate. He claims he's even seen the video. So in the end, what we have here is some guy saw a woman in the express aisle at the grocery store with more than 10 items. He was being overzealous, went to a store security person and told them what was going on, and the store security guy's like, "Look, we can't really do anything about it, but you're free to take it up with her if you want to." So this guy, this Sparks, he goes over and lets her know, "Hey, you're in violation of the store policy." Now again, probably not worth the trouble in his part. I probably wouldn't have said anything. But technically he is right. He's in the right. And the woman admitted, you saw earlier on the video, she had 15 items and the sign clearly says 10 or less. Now is there any doubt what this woman's response was, given what you saw at the press conference? Come on. The man freely admits that in response to what she did, that he said some not so nice things. Apparently he called her a word that starts with a B and ends with itch. Wow. I'm thinking that's not the first time that State Representative Thomas has been called that. I mean, I'm just going to guess that. And unfortunately for State Representative Thomas, well, if she was going to attempt to do this, she didn't have her own version of Jussie Smollett's cohorts. Remember the Osendiro brothers? Get somebody like them to put on MAGA hats and disguise themselves as white males to accost her into Publix and then run away shouting that this is MAGA country on their way to the airport to hide out in Nigeria for 2 weeks while the heat would die down. I mean, my guess is she never expected to see this man again, never dreamed that he'd show up at her press conference and blow a hole right through her narrative in real time and reveal it for the hoax that it is. Now, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know I like to watch a weekly podcast called Beauty and the Beta, and one of the staples of that show, there's a segment called Hoax Hate. And I think this incident should go right up there, along with some of the other doozies that have been highlighted on that show, because this one was shameless. It took less than 24 hours for this grasping, opportunistic politician, for her narrative to get debunked. That's all for this NeoUnrealist. Now, if you want to help the channel out, Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to keep up with new content. Share the video on your social media because YouTube's not going to spread this story. Now, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty, so to speak, and toss your hard-earned dollars and shekels and euros into the till, follow the links below to Subscribe Star, PayPal, even Patreon for you die-hard remainers on that flawed platform. But if you're still hearing this in the wake of that naked display of money-grubbing capitalism, thanks for watching, but this isn't a Marvel movie. Nick Fury isn't going to come out and make a cameo in or anything, so just get out of here.
You need to go back where you came from.